Okay, so this video is a little different. I don't exactly know how I'm going to do this, so we're just gonna work together. I literally don't have a light because I'm home for spring break right now, so I'm literally using my phone flashlight and this little like book light and hoping that it's good enough. Um, but I have had a lot of requests to do a book tour, and a majority of my books are home, so we're going to go through all the books that I have at home and give you like little backgrounds, and I'll try to go by genre, but I have some miscellaneous books, okay? So we'll go through this together, okay? I think the best place to start is with I think the books that like got me into reading, which are gonna be these books right here. So let me grab them. So the first book, I think, I'm not entirely sure. It's between two books. I'm pretty sure the first book that got me into reading is The Mister. So bright and shiny. I'll also just like throw up a regular picture like over here, I guess, of it. The Mister is I think one of the first books that got me back into reading. I read it I actually little backstory. So growing up, I actually really, really, really struggled with reading. I don't know what it was, I just couldn't read. And in second grade, when we would do like group reading, I would kind of just read what the other person did or assumed what it was supposed to be. And obviously the teachers caught on. So I was put in what I like to call it AEIOU class, which was just a separate class to help me with reading. And I call it that because the thing that I mainly remember is the little town chart. I'll see if I can find a picture and put it here. But it just taught you vowels and everything that you need to know. Um, and eventually was able to like properly read. In about fourth grade I started actually reading chapter books that were at the level that I should have been. And then in intermediate school, so like fifth, sixth grade, I did get a little more into reading. I found books that I liked, which I will admit I was a warrior cat girl, which we'll get to them because I have them. Not all of them, but I have them. Um, and then I stopped reading for a while, and then I think it was my sophomore year of high school, I read a book for a psychology class, and I was like, man, I really like this. But then some life stuff happened, and I didn't read for a while, and then my senior year, I had to be homeschooled, which I'm sure I'll do story time on that at some point. I want to do story times. But I picked up reading, and the first book I'm pretty sure was The Mister, which is by the same author as 50 Shades of Grey, which I didn't entirely know, but it's okay. But I did read this. It was really good. Um, I will preface this by saying like every book has good things about it and bad things about it. Like no book can be perfect. I'm also not somebody who follows very closely authors. I kind of just see a book and I'm like, oh, it sounds good, and I read it before doing much research on it, which maybe I should do more research, but I'm going to preface this by saying the only like books controversial stuff that I know really is do not read Colleen Hoover. I'm pretty sure it's her name, Coho or whatever. Like, do not read her. Um, which we're good here. Um, Also that the writers of Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling, is a no go, which I don't have Harry Potter books, so we're good there. And I know there's a lot of discourse, I guess is the word for this series, which I'll talk about when we get to that book. Okay. Um anyway, this is I believe a duo series. At least I only have these two books in it. And it is really good. I've not read the second one, which I really wish I would, which I'll get there eventually. I'm sure if you're watching this, you're a book person, okay? And our TBR list is longer than our lifespan. And a lot of the times I buy a book hoping to read it, and then I get another book, and then I end up reading that one before the other one. And so I have a long list, and you'll see all the books that I have. Maybe I should start tallying these. We'll keep like a tally counter somewhere with how many books I have. I will also say I don't have a Kindle. I do not. I only read physical copies usually, unless it's manga, and then usually that's on my phone. Um, and also a lot of these. This is starting back in high school, and I am now a junior in college. So I've been collecting for a while. I also get these as gifts. I don't want anybody, like, I'm just prefacing this because I don't want anybody to look at this and be like, oh my god, I don't have that many books. I need that many books. Like, please, if anybody's saying that, you don't need to have this many books. I'm very privileged in the fact that I have these books. I've gotten a lot of them as gifts, and or I got them myself. A lot of people know I read, so it's often a gift that I'm given, or like a Barnes& and Noble's gift card. Uh, So if you are 2021, I'm about to turn 21, and you don't have this many books, and you're also a book reader, please, I don't know if this is a word that anybody has, but it's a word that I have. That, like, this is making you feel like you need this many books. You don't, okay? It's okay. I just have a situation. Also, I don't even know how I'm gonna structure this video. Like, should I have a disclaimer at the beginning with all of this? Or do you guys prefer me to just talk and go? I don't know. I will have little chapters at the bottom for the people who don't want all these disclaimers and you just want to know my books. So, for those people, the chapters are down there. For anybody who just wants to listen to me talk, welcome. I am a yapper, if we can't tell. Anyways, the next series, Icebreaker. This is like a TikTok influence, I'm pretty sure. Like, I was getting into reading and I was getting on Book Talk, and people told me to read this. So I did. I am probably one of the few people who liked it, but I can agree with a lot of people that, like, this is a book to get you into it. If I went back and read this now, I probably would see the plot holes that people mention, or like kind of like I don't mind a story that's a little cheesy, or like times where, like, if it was you, it could be secondhand embarrassment. Like, this is a book where they get away with things because they're in a book. Ain't no way I'm doing half of this shit if I'm in real life. No, ain't no way I'm doing most of this in real life. Okay, these books are crazy, but that's the point of reading, is you're supposed to escape, like, reality, and you're supposed to get into these books, and you're supposed to have these crazy things that where it's like, no, I wouldn't let somebody speak to me like that if I was in real life, but they can get away with it because it's a book, and I'm escaping reality where this is okay, and this is fun, and this is funny and flirty. Anyways, to say, this book wasn't bad in my opinion, but I also read it a bunch of years ago, and I probably think differently now. But it's not bad. As like getting into reading, it's light, it's fluffy, it's easy. It's an easy read. It's a good start book, in my opinion. But I really loved her. So later, not I'm not doing these in order of how I read them. I just started here because start at the start, I guess. Okay. But later when this came out, I read this. I didn't think it was bad. It's the same with this book. It's a like same with this one. It's a light, fluffy, easy read. I thought it was fun. Not bad. Now, however, we get to book 3, and I felt like it was really different. I DNF this book, which we don't shame DNFers here, okay? You're safe here. Sometimes I just can't get to the book. You know, maybe eventually I'll go back and try to read this, but when I was reading it, I just didn't enjoy it like the rest. It felt very different. I also thought it was kind of not goofy, but the dedication was to her daughter, but it's a smut book, but also the smut isn't till the very end. And the like whole front portion is like, I didn't really read it, but from what I've heard and what I gathered, it was very much like, no, sex is intimate and it's like very like not this, not this. So I was kind of like thrown off and was like, this is not this, which maybe that's what she wanted to do, something a little different. But for me, when I was going into it with the same mindset of this book, I was like, oh, okay, no shame, okay. Like, it just wasn't my cup of tea when I was reading it. So I did not read it. Next, we have the Priest Saint Sinner series. I do not have Priest. I know it's the first book. I only recently read these books. I got Sinner. Yeah, because it's tabbed. Which I do annotate my books. Which, if you guys want a video on annotation or anything, let me know. But I got Sinner. I didn't really know that it was to Priest, I don't think. Um, I'm not a religious person. This just not who I am. So going into this, like I didn't get praised because of that specific reason. A lot of people were like, it's very religious, and it's not my cup of tea, so I didn't want to read it. But I read this and I thought it was really good, and it led me to getting this one. I also got this one because it was boy love, and I was like, ah, I do love to read boy love books. So I'm gonna be honest, sometimes like boy love manga are some of my favorite. I feel like they're done really, really well. So I got this book because of it. So I'm excited to eventually read this book, but I haven't gotten there. But I do think this was really, really good, and I do think it touched on the topics of religion and stuff very, like, in a really, really good way. I do recommend this book. As somebody who doesn't really like religion isn't my cup of tea, I even then it wasn't so in your face where you're like, no. Like it was a good blend. And I think it's actually really good and I really enjoyed it. Hence I got the other one, which inevitably I'll get praised because if I'm gonna start a collection, I have to have all of them. Okay? Like, come on. Come on. If I'm gonna start a book series, I have to get them all. And if I don't, I have to give the books away. If I'm not gonna read the whole series, then I don't deserve to have any of the books. And I'll give it to somebody who will love them. So that's just how I am with collections, in case you needed to know. This series, I read this one. It was recommended to me, so I got it and I read it. This book I didn't really like. I felt like I liked it and I didn't like it at the same time. A lot of it, the male character side was just like, oh, she makes my not soft. And I was like, oh, you can't say anything like, oh, she's really nice. And I like that about her. No, 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 no. I like the way when she walks, her body moves. What? So I kind of had to like force myself through this. But I did like it, obviously, because I got this one. So like I did like it, but at the same time I was like, hmm, would I read again? No, but I'm also not really a rereader, so is it bad? No. Is it the best book I ever read? No. I would say if I had to give it stars, maybe three. Like three. I'm like a 5-star girly. I love to hand up 5 stars like they're candy. So I kind of feel like maybe it's a three. Like it's not bad, but it's also like I just didn't really like how things were written. But this one, um, I'm pretty sure this is the yep, single dad. I love a little grumpy single dad. I and also sorry for the weird lighting. I've already talked about this, but the lighting is going to be bad, okay? But I love a grumpy dad, a grumpy single dad. So I got it. And I'll read it eventually because I love it. I'm excited to read that eventually, which apparently I did start it. And I got to page 14 before I stopped. I'll revisit and I'll come back to you on this one. Okay, this book, Meet Me Halfway. I got this because I got it in like I saw a TikTok of like a small author, Lillian T. James. I recommend her. 110% do I recommend her. This book was so good. I got it because it came with a bundle. Oh, did you see that? Maybe. Or you saw that. It came with a picture and I was sold on it. And she wrote me, it came wrapped and it came with a note. And I cut out this note and I've kept it in this book. I genuinely love this so much. I literally have their card. You can't really see it. There you go. With all of their books. I will own every book because this book was so good. I love this book. I just need to get the rest. I don't know why I'm stalling on getting the rest. I need to get them ASAP. 5 out of 5. Recommend. Meet Me Halfway. It's a single mother who falls for her next door neighbor. Magnificent. Okay. Get this. Get it. Now, for anybody who knows this book, or takes a few seconds to look at the spine. Yeah, you see that too? I didn't. So I got the second book. first on accident. Actually, yeah, I got the second book first on accident, and later I got the first, so I have not read this. Pretty sure the first one is at my apartment. I am missing some books because they are at my apartment. I will do the book tour of my apartment. Do not worry, we'll get there. Um, haven't read it, but it's by the same one as Flawless and Heartless, so we'll get there. Um, hopefully the men are written better and it's not just all about their body reactions to the women. Also, I read that book a while ago, so it couldn't. Maybe it's better than I found it. Maybe it's not as bad as I remember, but I do remember saying to my friend, like, why is that? Like, some of these lines are crazy. And I remember reading them to my friend, and she was like, she's also a book talk girly, but she's more fantasy. She's like fantasy, not a lot of smut kind of girl. No shame. Hey, so actually, book one was behind me, and I did read it. I remember this book. I did read this a while ago. Um, yeah, pretty sure I took, yeah. Took this to my apartment to read, and I obviously did read it. It actually, I remember this one being good. I don't remember it being like this one. I did like this one. It's like they fell for each other in high school. Um, or like, yeah, they kind of liked each other in high school, but they never really said anything. And then she comes back into town after a possible breakup, and they fall for each other. And it's like a whole whirlwind, and I thought it was really good. And there's actually a quote in here that I carry with me. Let's see if I can find it. I didn't find it, but it was a quote. I'm like fairly certain it's this book. It's a quote from the mom where she's talking to the daughter where the guy did something really stupid and the mom of the guy was like, "Sometimes your partner does something stupid. And while you can forgive them, other people might not on your behalf. So sometimes it's better to keep things to yourself." And I kind of realized that is true. There's some things, or maybe that's not a good quote. I don't know, but it kind of resonated where it's like sometimes there's some people that you shouldn't tell things because they're going to hold it against the other person while you're willing to forgive. Does that make sense? A girl can hope it does. Okay, this book. This is the, what is the word? Tinkerbell. From the one where she meets her sister, and then you find out that the dude of the snow place and the woman of the forest actually have a love story. This is their love story. I got it because it was in Target. After years of wanting it and being lazy and not getting it, I saw it in Target and I bought it immediately. Have I read it yet? No. Will I get there? I hope so. Next, Lightlark. I've heard wonderful things. Lightlark? Lightlark. I've heard wonderful things. I've heard that I really need to start this. Have I? No. Will I? Again, probably, hopefully, maybe. Because I've heard good things and I want to get into it. Um, I'll get back to you on if I get to it or not. See you there. Next is Red Queen. This is a book that I remember taking a screenshot of when my senior year when I was getting back into reading and telling myself that I need to get this book and read it because it had really good reviews. Yeah, I did get it and I still haven't read it. I will get there. I don't know why I haven't. I think I'm kind of worried that it's not going to be as good as I remember. But I will get there. I swear. I swear. I'll get there. Promise. Next is Grave Mercy. I got this book because I read the back and it said something about an assassin, arranged marriage, um, god of death. So I got it. Thought she was an assassin, I guess not. But have I read it? No, unfortunately not. I think the size is intimidating me, even though I've read bigger books than this. So I really need to get to this because I got it and it does sound really good. So I will get to this. Also, look at this cover. It's beautiful. I'll get there eventually. Can't tell this stack of forming is kind of I'll get there eventually because I need to. I have this book. Did I buy it because it's sprayed edge and the cover's beautiful? Yes. Have I also heard decently good things about it? Also, yes. So do I need to get to it? Yes. Will I? Yes, maybe, potentially, probably. Okay, it's in the stack for a reason. I hope I get to it. Then is probably my most favorite book because it's not my favorite book. This book, it's a very pretty cover. I know. I bought it because of the cover. Because it's hardcover. And then it had like a covering over it, which I think is over there on my bookshelf. It had a very oh my god, gorgeous, right? And I'm like, and it sprayed edges and it was plastic wrapped. So I was like, this book literally can't be bad. It literally cannot be bad. If it has hardcover, it has a like the paper cover wasn't even this design and it's velvet and then I was like, it has to be good. It has to. Yeah, they really say don't judge a book by its cover. I should have known better. This was probably one of the worst books I've ever read. It was so bad that it was good. It was so negative 5 stars that it was 5 stars. You know? Like, it is just. I'm trying to fix this part and it's not working because my camera is mirrored. Or not mirrored. Anyway. Oh, so bad. So bad that it was in turn good because I read it and was like, huh? Like, I literally, my annotation, quote, I crossed it off and wrote bad. Love, crossed it off and wrote, what the romance, crossed it off and said hot question mark, romance question mark. Let's look at these one of these quotes bad. Let's see. Hey, my book's upside down. So it's actually this way. And my lighting's off. Here, he hits her with a belt. Yeah, there's also this knife comes into play. He inserts it. Yeah, was not expecting that. And also if it makes it any better, her outfits consists of turquoise tops, hot pink like skirt, like her outfits consist of turquoise, hot pink, and yellow all together in one outfit. No, no, no. So no, yeah. Okay, the other thing is like he's supposed to be this guy of justice, and he kidnaps her. He supposedly is like this all around mysterious, actually fights for justice, pretty sure, like kind of guy, but then he kidnaps her and says, and I quote, call yourself whatever you want. He takes my arm, his touch electric and firm. I'm calling you mine. Also, his name is Thorn. So, what's her name? What's her name? Nope, that's still Thorn. What's her name? Alana, 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 and Thorn. A lovely couple. To preface, this is a stack of books that I want to give away, so we're just gonna go through it really quickly. Beach Read, I read most of it. It was actually pretty good, just not my cup of tea. This one, I couldn't get into it, so sorry. I've heard great things. This book, I predicted it. I've watched too much true crime. I just know, I don't know. I've watched too many like drama series. I don't know where it just became predictable and I knew what was happening and I hated the main character, which I'm pretty sure was the point, but like I hated her so much I couldn't read it. The Night Divided, I got this in middle school, intermediate school. Read it, thought it was good, but I'm never going to read it again. And I'm pretty sure I didn't actually finish it. I'm not going to. Sorry. Um, Before We Were Strangers, I got this in high school because of the TikTok boom. Um, I just don't think I'm ever gonna read it. So I'd rather give to somebody who I know will read it and enjoy it. So The Never King, I really don't know why I haven't read it because it's so thin. Maybe I'll just throw it in there. But I just I've heard mixed things, so I think I'm just gonna get rid of it. That's why it's in this pile. Um, Where the Red Fern Grows. I got it as a gift, but I never read it, and I don't think I ever will. I'm sorry. Forgive me. This book. You can't see what it is, but you know what it is? The Outsiders. Yeah, that book that you read where people were like that you read in like middle school and it you then watched the movie and people were called like Dallas and Golly and Johnny, Dally. I'll throw up a picture of the movie. You'll probably recognize it. Really good. Yeah, I found a copy of the book, so I kept it. Or I got it. I think like my sister-in-law gave it to me. She also gave me this book, If I Stay, and Where She Went. I don't actually know what these are about. I see that it has a movie. I don't know what these are, but I'll read them eventually. Maybe. Probably. Hopefully. Um, Red, White, and Royal Blue. I read this along with another friend. I did enjoy it. I thought it was cute. Then I watched the show, movie, whatever. Also good. Thought it was cute. Yeah. Lucky Hit. This is the first book. I do have it. Got it as a gift. Read it. I liked it. This was also a long time ago, like my freshman year of college. I can't remember a lot about this book, but I remember it being good. I liked it. Maybe I'll get the rest of the series because I don't really remember how good it was, or I'll give it away. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out. You can probably see this book like randomly placed over here. This is actually my shelf of Avatar: The Last Airbender stuff, and this is here because I'm actually running out of space for all my books. Don't tell my parents. Anyway, I started it, but I never finished it. I did DNF it, but not because of a bad reason, just because I started reading it and I was like, I think I need to read this not on family vacation, and then I didn't pick it back up. So I will read it because I did really like the first chunk that I read. So I will get back to this. Nobody fret. This will be read, and the second book will be bought when I get there. The 7 Year Split. I got this at a time when one of me and my exes went on a break, and I thought that we went on a break and then like broke up, and I thought that we'd get back together later. So I got this book and was like, I'm gonna read it and I'm gonna really resonate with it. Yeah, I didn't get back together with that ex. Because no. So I never ended up reading it. I really do want to because I have heard good things. So I will get to it. I'm just not really a second chance romance person. Surprisingly, even though I got that, I thought I was. No. So it's there. I'll read it eventually. Probably, hopefully, maybe. I do have Credence. I did read Credence. I actually did enjoy. Is it a weird book? Yes. Is it everybody's cup of tea? Absolutely not. Don't read this if it's not your cup of tea. Oh my god. Don't. But I did enjoy it despite its weirdness. And I would recommend if you don't mind a little weird book. But it is weird. Okay. Just putting that out there. It is weird. But I did like it. I have praise. I am going to read this. I've heard really good things, and I think it's freaky. Is it also similar to this, like Credence, in the sense of like it's not everybody's cup of tea? Yes, she gets with her ex's dad. There's obviously going to be an age gap that's obviously weird to some people. Do I actually think it's funny and little and vengeful and like a little bit of revenge and funny? And I need to read this. Yes, yes. So I'll get there. The Hating Game. I have heard people don't really like this. I watched the movie first. I fell in love with the movie. I thought it was cute, so I got the book. I actually found it at a local bookstore, so I was able to support a local bookstore too when I got it. So I'm really happy about that. I think it's cute. I've heard mixed things. I've heard a lot of people don't actually like it because they think it's cheesy and weird. You know what? Sometimes I eat up cheesy and weird. Sometimes cheesy and weird is what you're looking for. Okay? Sometimes you don't want anything too serious and crazy. Sometimes you just want light and cheesy and fun, and that's what this is. So I will get there. Broken Beautiful Hearts. Broken Beautiful Hearts. This is Broken Beautiful Hearts. This is what I read for my psychology class in high school. So obviously I had to get a copy as like a memoir. Sure, that's the word. Um, to myself. So this is here. And this is the book. And I actually really like this book and I will read it again. I may not be a rereader, like I said. That's also been a really long time, so I do want to reread it. Sometimes I'm a rereader, okay? Sometimes. Um, A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime. Is this a TikTok thing? Yes. But I think I want to try it. I also heard that this is the second book. I don't know how I missed the first one. I don't know. But maybe, hopefully, will I get there? Maybe, hopefully, maybe. I will try, because I have heard good things. So, maybe, hopefully, I'll get there. Um, if he had been with me, I've heard a lot of good things, but I've heard that it's a heartbreaker. So, am I waiting to read it for when I'm in a place where reading it and being sad is not soul crushing? Yes. Has that time actually come and I just still kind of forgot about it? Yes. Could I read it right now? Yeah, but am I going to? No, because I'm currently reading something else, which we will get to. Have heard good things. We'll get to this, I promise. Okay. Then I have Better Than the Movies, because I've heard really good things. And I just think it's going to be one of those cute ones, so I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. It's a cutie book, I've heard, and I'm hoping based on the cover, so we'll get there. Okay. We are now getting to a part where these are books that I owned in high school, so I didn't, not high school, middle school, so I didn't take the best care of them, and where I got them secondhand. And that's just two of these books that I'm about to talk about. So they aren't taken well taken care of. As you can see back here, I do not crack my spines. My books look like the day I first bought them. And if I get a book in the mail that has a scuff or has something wrong with it, am I afraid to return it and say that I need a new one because it was damaged? No. Sometimes I will accept that it is what it is, but most of the time, like when I'm going through the store, I'm looking through the books to make sure that I got the one that looks perfect. Is who I am, sorry. Not sorry at all. Anyway, I have this book. Cracked to shit. She was not well taken care of, young me, unfortunately. But I remember reading it when I was young. She even. Thank you. I remember reading it when I was young. She even has a little sticker on her. But I do remember liking it. I do remember, I'm pretty sure I didn't finish it. But I thought it was cute, so I'm keeping it. Then. Here, let me show you the other damaged book. It's Gone Girl. It looks like shit. I got it from a teacher. Yeah. I have not read it. Just haven't. Okay, these next 4 books are books from my little brother. He thought I would like them. I haven't read them, but I will for him at some point. I've actually kind of read one of them, but it's Dark. I haven't read this book, but I will because it's from my little brother. This one is Dark Room. It's a horror book. I love a lot, almost everything horror. I love horror. So he got these books for me. That's one. Then we have Speak for Me. Um, these all seem to be by the same author. The Fear Zone. I'm pretty sure he thought this was the It Clown, which is very sweet and cute of him. So I have those. I also have Tuck, and I'm pretty sure it's like, yeah, it's like the comic version. I read the chapter version and I've had it read to me when I was in intermediate school, like 5th grade. A teacher read it to me. Fell in love with this author, Mary Downing Hahn. So sorry, Mary. But she writes amazing horror stories, and I had a ton growing up. And after middle school, after intermediate school, I had quite a few of these because I loved them, and some of them are unfortunately lost to time. But I do recommend Took. It is very good. I have some of her other ones. We'll get to there. I recommend her 110% to anyone who likes horror and thriller. and kind of mystery. I may have switched my lighting a little bit. You might be able to tell. Anyway, this is a book that I read a long time ago. I read it. I think this is also one that I read in like middle school or high school around that time, and I thought it was really good. I adored it. It is a dystopian fantasy. I read it. I would need to. It is a series. It's a trilogy at least. I would need to reread it if I got back into this, and I probably will because I actually highly adore them. I've not read the second and third book. I did have to buy these secondhand, like these are used. Actually, I say I bought them. My roommate bought them for me for Christmas because she's the best and I love her. Literally in love with her. Um, but I got this one and she found me these ones. They aren't sold anymore. I don't know why, but the author now writes romance books, which like good for her, but these aren't sold anywhere anymore. And so I can't even get the novellas of like side characters and side stories. I can't even get those. So I just have these, which is okay. I do love them and I adore them. If you can get your hands on a copy, I definitely recommend. This first book was really good. Maybe it was just good because I was in high school. I don't know, but I loved it. And maybe I just also love it because it's nostalgic, but I will read it again. I love this book. Okay, so the Shatter Me series. As you can tell, because I have this, I have the book set. I have the whole set. The reason why I'm only holding these three is because in the span of like a few weeks, I read these first three. And then I didn't read the last three. And then I repicked it up in the last literal like month. And I'm now rereading this again. I have again reread the first three. And then the first like two novellas, I have all the novellas combined into books. Like you can buy one that has two and another one that has two. Read the first two novellas or the first combined book. So good. Like this series is so good. I'm going to be reading the fourth, fifth, and sixth, and then there's two other novellas. There's one in between some, and then there's one like it's like an after story, I believe. I will be reading all those. I recommend 110% that you read the Shatter Me series. It is really, really good. It is written so well. Like everybody should read it. It is a dystopian young adult, like there's no smut, it's fade to black type thing, but it's actually so good and it's so human in a way. Like you get annoyed at people, you get angry at the characters, and you it's one of those books where like the main character is unreliable. You don't know what really is reality, what's in her head, what's not in her head. It's just literally so good and I recommend it to anybody. Like read it, get it now. Read the first one, and if it's really not your cup of tea, then it's not. But everybody should at least read the first one. Absolutely, like go now, right now. This book, The Serpent and the Wolf. Um, Read it. Simply read it. This is one of, if not my most favorite book. It's, in my opinion, so good. I fell in love with the story. I fell in love with the characters immediately. I have two copies. I have this one and this sprayed edges one. Oh, like, oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. Everybody needs to read this. I'm going to reread this. I just got the second book. I bought it from a local bookstore and I just, oh my god, like, read this, please. She's a small author. I'm pretty sure she's only like she's in Target and Barnes and Nobles, but she's still like not the biggest author, and she deserves all the recognition in the world, genuinely. Like she deserves to have all of the readers. She's just so good. I love her so much. Please go read this book if you have not. It's The Serpent and the Wolf. It's a fantasy. Um, it has arranged marriage, and the main female, she's not like a damsel in distress. Like she is a badass character who, oh my god, she's just so badass. Go read it. Go read it. Go read it. Simply go read it. Okay? Okay, we have a consensus. Go read it. Thank you. Okay. I'm not going to pick these books up because I have them nice and neatly stacked. I have the whole Powerless series. I have the novellas. I have two copies of Powerful. I have a hardcover sprayed edges, and I have the original hardcover, the little like this little short one. I know people don't really like it. I know that there's controversy around it, and I have not read every book that people are claiming it's copied from. I don't know. I I've never read Red Queen. I have not read The Hunger Games yet. Yet. Okay. But I got it before this controversy came out. I fell in love with it before the controversy came out, and I wasn't really aware of it. I'm like I said, I'm not really somebody who just like looks into these things. I'm sorry that I'm not. I try to be better about it now. Um, but I will say I did really love the series. I thought it was really good. I love the series. I understand other people's point of view and I understand why people don't. So, no hate to anybody. Moving on. Okay. So, this is like my dragon book stack. I think this is all of them. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Might have some at my apartment. I do have some at my apartment. I have one or two at my apartment. Um, I have Dragonfall, which this is again another purchase because it's hardcover. It has a pretty cover and it's sprayed edges. I have not read it. I started reading it and I thought it was really good, but it took a lot of brain power. It is definitely a thinking book, and usually when I read, it's to not think too hard. But sometimes I do enjoy reading and thinking too hard. So this book is here when I want to do that. Then I have On Wings of Blood, hardcover, sprayed edges, pretty, pretty. I did get this one because it was pretty, pretty, but I did look at the reviews before I got it and it had good reviews, so I am excited for this one. I will get there. I then have two copies of Fourth Wing. The original one, which is the one I read this one, the original one. So good. I don't even feel like I need to tell you to read Fourth Wing, but read Fourth Wing if you have it. It is very good. I have this copy. I bought it at a book fair from a kind of local bookstore, kind of not. It's like a pop-off bookstore, but it is like it's not a book chain, but I wouldn't call it a small bookshop either. Like it has lines out the door usually. Um, Black, pretty, also signed copy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pretty pictures. Yeah, 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 yeah. Where is the signature you're asking me? Right here. And is that actually like a real signature? Yes, it is. It's not like a stamp or anything. Which no shame to authors who do that because I'm sure they have to sign a shit ton of books. So, but it is also really cool that it's like actually like you know. Then I have Iron Flame. I have read Iron Flame. I do have Onyx Storm. It's at my apartment. I have not read it because the end of this pissed me off like a lot of people. So I haven't touched the other one, and I'm also kind of just waiting for the rest of the series to come out at this point so then I can reread all of it. Because I'm realizing that's kind of who I am, where I like to bulk read the series so that I can understand everything. Okay, I'll be right back with more books. Okay, I have some books that I will not be bringing over because they're on the shelf, but they are stacked and have a lot of stuff on them because I like trinkets. But I have some mangas. I will show a picture. I have Lore Olympus, which I thought was really good, and I have like the first three. I have the first three. I also really loved the book Lord of the Flies in high school, and so I do have a copy. It is the comic book copy. I do plan on getting the novel because I really enjoyed it, but I do have the comic book copy. I also have the comic, um, The Girl from the Sea. I want to make sure I said the right thing. It is a LGBTQ comic. It's girl love kind of. It's so cute. It's girl love, but it's also one of the girls can like transform into a sea lion. So, but it's really cute and I recommend. It's a cute little like young adult teen love story. It's so cute. If you can get it, get it. Or if you can rent it at a library, you should. It's so cute to read. I have the first copy of True Beauty. I got it one time because I had to sit at a Walmart, like the Walmart mechanic thing, like the auto body place of Walmart, because we had a flat tire and I wanted a book to read. My mom got me it, so I read it. Was really good. I thought it was good. Thought it was cute. I also have Yuri is My Job, which is a manga. Love it. Really cute. I only have the first one, unfortunately, though. I will be getting more manga. I don't have a lot, unfortunately, but I will. I will be getting a ton of series eventually, okay? Working on it. Yes, okay. So, if you've seen my TikToks, you are probably familiar with this bookshelf. This bookshelf is romance fantasy, kind of like there is some book series in this stack, but it's kind of just like a miscellaneous shelf, but of books that I really like. It's a miscellaneous of books I like or hope I like because some of these I haven't read. Sorry. Okay. This series. What is this series called? Reynolds Protective Group. It's kind of based off the Criminal Minds group, where it's like Spencer, Hotch, Morgan, someone else. Oh, sorry, can't remember. But they're really good. I say they're really good. I only read the first one, but it was really good, and I will continue to read them. I kind of just put them down because, well, if you've seen my other TikTok that I posted like a long time ago and then reposted because it was really funny, one of the books has booty. And that's not really my cup of tea, so it kind of threw me off, and I just need to read it again. I just need to get over it. Like, whatever. Get over it. I will. Just currently I'm reading Shatter Me, as I've said. Well, kind of. I'll explain later. I have Don't Let Me Fall. Kelsey Ray, I found her in high school. She is a TikTok author. That's at least where I found her. She's now does, like, she has her books on Amazon and stuff. I love her. She is so sweet. I haven't read this book because I'm so sorry, Kelsey. I will get there, Kelsey. Please do not worry. I will get there. But okay, I've heard really good things and I've heard her talk about it and I will get there and I am sorry that I haven't gotten there yet, but I will, okay? It's on the shelf. So it's more likely to be read. Then I have There Are No Saints, which I've heard decent things about. It also has pictures, which I thought was kind of cool. So I got it. I will read it eventually. Then I have Brutal Prince. I remember hearing good things. It also has pictures in it. So I'll definitely get there. I just haven't. Sorry, I will. I have The Deal because I've heard good things about this. I haven't gotten there, but I will read it. I have Neon Gods. I don't know how I feel about this author. I think she's over here for something else. Or I had something by her that I didn't like. Um it is a Hades Persephone thing, so I probably will read it. I really do love the stories and renditions of Hades and Persephone, so I will get there. Don't you worry. Okay, now is for one of my favorite authors. She is probably my second favorite author. She's one of my. She may be the first. No, she's my second. I'm really sorry. Okay, but she has a lot of brownie points with me. Okay, if anybody has seen my TikTok, my freshman year of college, I got this book card from Target, and the version that I got was a really massive misprint. It stopped at like I was at page 15 and I turned the page and then it magically started at 79 and went on until chapter 79, until the actual page 79, and then it went back to 79. Don't know. But she saw my TikTok and she sent me a new one with her signature in it. Dude, she's literally amazing. She also is fighting cancer, or was. She kind of disappeared off my social medias for a while. Oh my god, she better not be dead. fairly certain she's not because a book just came out a while ago, Hex, that I don't have that I'm really trying to get. I need to get it. I keep, every time I go, I keep, I'm so sorry, Emily. I'm so sorry, Emily McIntyre. If you have not read Emily McIntyre, you need to go read Emily McIntyre right now because these books are good. They are dark romance, but they are good, okay? They're good. I have read 2 of her books. I don't know why I've stopped. I don't know why it's only 2, but I have Hooked, so good. Um, Wrecked, so good. They're also like fairy tale retellings. So this was like Hook, Captain Hook. This was, gosh, I don't remember for some reason. I think um it like gives hints in the books. Like people have names. Like Hooked, his name is Hook, Captain Hook. So you'll know when you start to read them. Crossed, I think this is Beauty and the Beast. I could be really wrong. Then Scarred. Yeah, Scarred? Yeah. Lion King slash Hamlet, I think it is. Like they're kind of like based off that like Lion King is Hamlet, I think. Something like that. I will get there, I will read it. I did start reading it, obviously. Don't know why I stopped. I think because I came back from school and I didn't remember which book I was reading. Then we have, this is why I said I haven't read Hunger Games yet. I have Hunger Games. I have a special copy. This copy, this beautiful, beautiful copy. I have The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, Mockingjay, The Ballad of the Songbirds. I will read these. I will. Please do not worry, I will get to these. I already love the movies. I rewatch them all the time, so I will get to the books because I've heard the books are better, so I will get to them. Do not fret. I am on the way to these books. Do not worry. Now's the fun part of putting these back on my shelf, and I have 1, 2, 3 shelves over there, and I have like a miscellaneous shelf over here that I will show you guys, but do be warned. Okay, that is for the end of the video because it is a crazy shelf, okay? It's for the end of the video for a reason. For the people who stay for that, because it's already been an hour. Maybe I'll make this 2-parter. We'll see, okay? We'll see. Have like this part 1, this part 2. You'll know, but I don't know yet. Okay? I am in love with these books. Well, I'm in love with these 3 books, okay? Okay, this author, Lauren Asher, I read her like the 3 brother one where it's like they own an amusement park. Fine Line. I don't know. Sorry. I read the first one, didn't really like it. I didn't like how the male was talking about the woman, where it was like all about her body. So I didn't read it. But I did have a copy. I gave it to somebody who did like it. Do not worry. But I then got Love Redesigned because it's about an interior architect. About an interior architect and an architect. And I was like, I'm an interior architect. I need to get it. So I got it and I read it, and I actually am in love with this book. I am in love with this series. It's so the series is just so good. I'm pretty sure it's over now, and it makes me really sad. It makes me so sad. It's so good. Like I have all of them. I bought them all on release. I'm pretty sure I pre-ordered the second and the third. It's just such a good series. It's so deep. It's so human. Like it touches on actual human things. Like it's like as I said, I love a fluffy book, but these books are not fluffy. It touches on deep and dark topics like depression, anxiety, PTSD, like real human things. And it's not just like, "Oh, I'm worried." Like they sit down and they dissect it. OCD isn't one of them, and I struggle with OCD. And it's the books are just so deep in the human mind and like talking about it and talking it out, and it just feels so real. I remember reading the first one and I fell in love with it. And then I got the second one and then I got the third one, and I was like, just the way the author writes everything is so good. It's so beautiful. It's so deep, seeing in the mind of both people and them working around everything and figuring and talking it out. Like sure they have miscommunication sometimes, but they sit there and they do talk it out and they figure it out. it's so good. So I fell in love with the author. So I got this one, Throttled. I've heard good things before even I had the other ones. So I did end up getting it because I liked the author, so I will get there. I started reading it, but I just wasn't in like the mood for the setting of this book. I wanted to read something dystopian, which is how I got into Shatter Me, but I will read this. I am an Anna Huang girly. Hopefully I'm saying her name right. I think so. I'm so sorry if I'm not. I have all of her books except for her first series, which I'm working on getting. I started reading Love Twisted. That's one that I started with, like a lot of people. Um, and then I read the Twisted series, and then I read, you know, the the Sin series. And then I have obviously the sports football or soccer one. Um, if you have not read her, something is wrong with you. You need to read her immediately. She is one of my she is my favorite author. She takes number one. Nobody can take it over. Even Emily McIntyre, so sorry, and Lauren. I love you guys. Even the Serpent and the Wolf book behind me. I don't know what it is. Anna Huang has my heart, and I don't want it any other way. So if you have not read these, you have to. I own all of her books except for the first series. I have Twisted Love, Twisted Games, Twisted Hate, Twisted Lies. Ooh, my voice. I'm out of breath. Um, King of Wrath, King of Pride, King of Greed, King of Sloth, King of Envy's at the bottom. Really good. Um, the Striker, the Defender, also really good. Dude, they're all just really good. If you like Smite, now, okay? It's really good. I love it. There's also the plot's good. Duh. But like the Smite's really good. I'm so excited for her next books to come out. They will be at my doorstep immediately. You should definitely read her. And I am getting the other shares, do not worry. I've just been a little put off because it's second chance romance from what I've heard, so but I'll get there. Now let me go put these back. Because it's a little heavy and they're my top shelf. Also for the book readers, Twisted Games is upside down. And if you know, you know. Um, Not related to that. I own the entire series of the Mortal Instruments. I saw the movie. My mom had me watch the movie when I was little, and I fell in love with it, and I watch it to this day. Did I watch some of the TV show? Yes. Was it as what? The TV show is the TV show. Okay. I do have the entire series. I unfortunately have not read them all, but I have them all, and I will get to it. Please do not like for anybody, guys. I will get to all my books. Don't you worry. But here, let me show them to you. They are so pretty. I even have the Shadowhunters Codex. I want a Shadowhunters tattoo so bad. I don't know how to show them to you. Ta-da! And like, look, there's a little image going around the bottom. Oh, so good. We're on to like my fantasy books currently. I have the Codex, like I said. Then I have Thorn Season. I got it at Target because it looked really pretty and I had a voucher for getting my flu shot there. It is sprayed edges. Gorgeous. I did check the reviews. They were mixed. They were mixed in the sense of like they were it's not like an in-depth fantasy world where it's all political. It's more based on romance, which is okay with me. So, I do like it. Then we have Roll as the Light. I started reading it and I really just couldn't follow very well. I don't know if it was just a think like it's a book where I need to sit there and think and I wasn't. Like sometimes when I read I get distracted and there's some books where that's kind of okay. And like if you get slightly distracted while reading, it doesn't ruin anything. This book you needed your focus. And it didn't have all my focus. So I will get back to it when I'm in a place where the book can have my full attention. Which is probably like in the summer. Not right now while I'm in classes taking 19 credits and working part-time. So we'll get back to this book, don't worry. The ACOTAR series. Yes, I do have it. A Court of Thorns and Roses. Did I read the first one and think that it was dog water? Yes, I read it and I didn't like it. But I heard that a lot of people felt that way, and I was told by one of my friends who reads a lot that it was worth it. So I read the rest of the series. I read all of these. I thought it was really good. I did like it. I understand why some people don't like it. It is kind of like I wouldn't say it's like a slow burn, but it is like it's a long series. Like I think if you're going to read this book, if you're going to read the series, it is something that you need to prepare for the long run. And there being like secrets and stuff. Like you don't know everything sometimes. And that's okay. I don't mind that. I thought it was still fun and I still kept along great and it had my full attention and I loved it. I will say, like many people, a quart of silver. As you can tell, I have all my annotation tabs. Yeah, I couldn't really get into it. I don't know what it was. Maybe it's because I was reading it back to back with the other main couple, Feyre. I think because I was reading it back to back with that, I just wasn't prepared for this book. It's nothing against the characters. I know a lot of people don't like the characters. It's nothing like that. It's more just I tried getting into it and it really wasn't at that moment something that I could get myself to like be in love with and sit and dedicate to read this. I hope that I can eventually because I really want to because I have heard a lot of things. Like I heard it's about getting over like she's getting over her struggle and accepting herself. And I do want to read that. That story sounds great and sounds like something I would love. So I do want to read that. I also know like the sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth book. I don't know. Like the rest of the series is like split up. And I kinda wanna get there, but I don't know. I heard that somebody's actually a spy and somebody's a liar and blah blah blah, and I don't know. That just sounds a little complicated and like it's gonna hurt my feelings because I liked all the characters. And to hear that one of them is might be a spy like breaks my heart, and I would rather pretend that they weren't, you know? So I don't know if I will read the rest of this series. But maybe if I hear a bunch of good things, I'll get to it. You know? We'll see. Also, for anybody who is curious, yes, my little Akatar book does have a cereal. I don't know. Also, none of these books are pushed up and back against the wall for anybody who is worried. There is space behind them for airflow, so that there's no mold. Please do not worry, my books are safe. We ain't messing with that shit. Okay, we are now going to get into the fantasy, thriller, horror, murder mystery, yada yada yada. At the bottom of my bookshelf over there, different than these ones. These are more like, I don't know, they're different in my mind. Like the little ones that my brother gave me are not these books. Yeah, no. Except for there is Mary Downing Hahn in here, but it's not the comic. Like those are more like little kiddish comic. They're like scholar books. You know, like the book fair. These are not. This I bought at a Irish festival. I was gonna say Ren Fair. It was not. It was an Irish festival. It's Celtic Myths and Tales. I think it's really dope. It's gorgeous. Like, look at her. Ah, oh, and her beauty. Very good. I've read bits and pieces of it. I own the 3 books of the scary stories. I read them all. I watched the movies, TV show, whatever it was. Watched that. That's how I got this. I have Haunted Savannah, the stories of haunted stories in Savannah, because I was in Savannah and I wanted it and I got it. And I read some of them. So that is read. It might not be annotated, but Stephen King The Body. I'm pretty sure I've read this. I don't remember it, but I do think I read this. I do love Stephen King. Um Next we have The Stranger Beside Me. This is the story of a girl who was a colleague and worked with Ted Bundy. I read this because I was going to make it a competitive. I was in speech and debate in high school. This was going to be one of my competitive dramatic pieces. Unfortunately, that didn't get to come through. But I did read a good chunk of this, and damn, damn. I also have a Flicker in the Dark. It has a sticker thing. What the fudge? Anyway, I've heard good things. I never got to read it. I got it because I wanted to. and I just haven't for some reason, but I'm sure I'll get to it. I have the Final Girl Support Group. This is about a bunch of girls who like survive serial killers or something, and they have a little support group, and then somebody starts killing off the support group slowly. I haven't read it. I need to. I'll get there. Maybe in October, I'll like read all of these, and then I can do like a little October horror book review. You know? Um, The Whisper Down the Lane. Also got this because it was horror. Haven't read it. I got that in high school and I haven't read it. I'm sorry. Stephen King, The Shining. I do own the book. I've seen the movie. Haven't read the book. You know, maybe I will. Now, my lovely Mary Downing Hahn. This is a collection of The Deep and the Dark and the Dangerous. Wait Till Helen Comes. The Lovely Bad Ones. All the Lovely Bad Ones. I had all the Lovely Bad Ones, and I had Deep and Dark and Dangerous in another book by her. Um, Unfortunately, those are lost to time. I don't know where they are, sadly. I also believe I've read Wait Till Helen Comes, or it's been like read to me in class. I obviously haven't read this, but I got this as like a memory of reading these. I love her so much. I probably will reread this because I remember how good they were, and I remember loving them so much in like intermediate, middle school. Now, as I said before, in middle school, no, in elementary school, I was a warrior kid. When I was learning to read, I would read their comics, which I actually have the colored versions. Well, this one's not. This one colored. This one's not. I do have the manga comics. These two at least, which this is all three of Eve Star's story. Okay, start off. Started reading them at elementary school when I was learning how to read, continued to read them in intermediate school. Then I kind of felt like people were looking at me and judging me for reading them, so I stopped. And then when I got older, I realized that it was silly to be embarrassed about that. So I made a promise to myself that I would own all the Warrior Cats books, which now looking at it, there's a lot of them. So I think it's about like, it's a lot of money to own them all. And I don't have that. So I don't know if I'll own them all, but own them all up into the point where I can handle the series and feel like it's not just being dragged out. Okay? But at this moment in time, I own the first three arcs, which each arc is 6 books. So 3 times 6. Excuse me, 18. 18. I have the first one. Then 2 comics. Yeah, I have the box sets. The Power of 3, The New Prophecy, and The Prophecy Begin. The Prophecy Begin? The Prophecies? The Prophecies Begin. Oh, yeah. Oh, let me try and show them to you. Yeah. And then, okay, if I could show you, let's see. Like, for anybody who doesn't know Warrior Cats, like, they do have, like, picture like this. I'd show you, well, I guess I can still show you this one. The first book isn't in it. Unfortunately, these got rained on, so it doesn't fit in it either, but yes, I will read all of these eventually at some point in my life to make up for little me who didn't get to and was too embarrassed to. So I'll get there. But I read past the Power of 3, wherever that is. I think I read the 4th set, and then after that I didn't get to finish it, but I'll get there. Like I said, this is last but not least. These are a wide range of books. We have poetry, changing with the tides. It is unfortunately sun-bleached. You can't really see it, but it is. It's a poetry book that I got. I really like it. It's really cute. We have another poetry 2 books. Yes, I was a Gabby Hanna fan growing up before it all went nutty. Maybe it was always nutty. I don't know. Okay, but I did watch her. I watched her story times. I loved her. I actually do really enjoy the poetry, and I love the images with the poetry. Maybe I shouldn't have shown that one. like the flower. I really did enjoy it. I loved it growing up, and so I got I got both of them. I also have After the Death of Anna Gonzalez, which is a poetry book. It's I did it for a competitive poetry piece. It is about a girl who herself, and you get um pieces of people who you get poems, statements, whatever from people in her school talking. I think maybe some from her family. It's been a while since I read it, but it was really good and I loved it. And I loved the poetry piece that I had, and so I bought the book. And I also remade my poetry piece to compete with, and I think it's probably one of my favorite pieces. It's really good. Then I have Vaginas, the Owner's Manual, which I was gifted by my mother. Then I have Pride and Prejudice, okay, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, which I love the movie, so I got the book copy. I actually have an irrational fear of the zombie apocalypse, but the movie wasn't that bad and it didn't like strike an anxiety inducing world ending fear. So I got the book and I will be reading this book. I also have The Hamilton Affair, a novel. I actually also have Hamilton's autobiography somewhere. Like his actual, like the big ass book. Yeah, I have that. I have Anne Frank, her diary, The Diary of a Young Girl. I have read this. Very good. Read it. Especially right now, you should read that. Who said that? I also have Crenshaw. This is a book that I read, I think, in intermediate school about a little boy who has an imaginary friend who helps him through things. And I remember it being so cute and sweet. So I asked for a copy for Christmas and I got one so that I could not only reread it, but also I just wanted it as like a memory piece of a book that I loved growing up. So cute. I absolutely recommend. Um, then when I was younger, a lot younger, like middle school, my mom got me this series, the Maybird series, like a warrior princess. I haven't read it. I have not read it, but maybe I will. I don't know. It doesn't seem like my cup of tea now, but at the time it was. But I just never read it. But I'm not gonna get rid of it. So I do have it. Um, The only other book that I have with me is Cruel Prince, which is the book that I'm reading right now, which to explain, I know I said I was reading Shatter Me. I had to come home to get the last, I only took the first three to school with me, and then I finished that before I was able to come home, so I started the Cruel Prince series because I've heard a lot about it, and I really, really wanted to read it, so I am reading it, and I am starting it, so I need to finish that book before I pause it and go back to the Shatter Me series, but I will be getting back to the Shatter Me series, and I will be reading Cruel Prince, which I also have. Hello. As you can see, this is a different day. And also, I did not invest in lighting at this point. Anyway, I am editing this many months later. It is actually July 17th as I'm editing this, and this is back from March, like the beginning of March. Anyway, I hyped up this whole ending. I'm saying, like, it's gonna be crazy. And I realized I didn't even show you the book that I was hyping up. I also keep looking over here because that's where I have my thing. Let me talk to you guys, okay? Let me talk to you. Behind me there was two books that I didn't talk about. Animal Farm, which I read in my sophomore year of high school, and I enjoyed it, so I got it. But there's also a book behind me, and I will put up a picture of it now. Take it in all its glory. Yes, I own Bad Behavior, which is a B movie fan fiction book. Yes, written by, I believe, GL GM GL GM whatever the name is at the bottom or the top, wherever the name is on the book. I read that because I was watching YouTube and I was really, it was like freshman year of college. I was really sick and I was watching YouTube and I got onto like this book review. And I will also throw up and link the YouTube video that got me to read it. And so I got it to read it. And I annotate my books, but I do not write in my books. This is the only book that I've ever written in, and I actually have it completely and fully annotated, like tabs are in it. I wrote in it and drew little pictures. It's my only book like that. It's insane. It is an insane book. I wish I had it to give you quotes. Um, but if you want to learn more about the B movie fanfic, which is as crazy as it sounds, go watch the video that I'm gonna link from, I believe her name's Nikki, off the top of my head. Let's just say he is an alien. The bee does get with the girl from the movie, but he's an alien from a different planet. He comes down because he needs to find somebody to help become the queen of his home planet and help repopulate. So he's coming down searching for somebody to repopulate. And he can be a little bee, but then he can also transform into a person. And he can be like a giant human bee. And when he is casual, he is like a Ken doll. And when he is excited, he has a stinger, which also apparently vibrates. Yeah, you heard that correctly. He has a stinger that vibrates when he's excited. Yeah, so go watch the other video that I linked, and that is why I hyped up this ending because of that book. Oh, yeah, I read that. It was insane. It was insane. If you're ever looking for a book where you're like, what the, that's the book. Anyway, I'm gonna send you back to Past Me, and I hope you guys continue to enjoy. I also don't know if I'll do an apartment book tour because at this point, so many books have crossed back and forth. I don't know what I have told you that I have and what I haven't. Like what is here that I've showed you and what isn't. I will try to figure out watching this whole video so that I can then show you what I haven't of my book collection. And also since then I have bought like I think it's only like 3 books, which is not that bad. So I'll let you know. I'll do another one, an updated book tour of all of the books that I haven't shown you guys that I do have. Anyway, so sorry. Back to the video. Bye. Okay, so if you can't tell, it's a new day. In the span of me editing this, I went to a local bookstore and I got more books. Oops. Um, but I got the pumpkin spiced cafe because I've heard really good things about it being really cute. But I got a hardcover and sprayed edge, and I got it on sale. Yeah. Then I got this book, What Fury Brings. I have no idea what it's really about. I looked at the reviews. Actually, no, I didn't even look at the reviews. I fell victim again to pretty cover, pretty edges. And then I kind of read this. Did I? Oh, I read the first line of this. I need your skin against mine, he said just before he kissed her. And I was like, it can't be bad. So I'm gonna hope it's not. Then, as I mentioned before, I love Emily McIntyre, and they had the hardcover and sprayed edges book, like version. They also had Scarred, and I was gonna get it, but I was like, I actually haven't finished this, so I'm gonna go with the one that I finished and I adored. Not that I don't think I will love and adore that one, but I honestly, knowing me, I'll probably get all of them in hardcover and sprayed edges. Sorry, I'll probably get all of them in hardcover and sprayed edges, knowing myself. But like, I don't mind that this is the first one because I literally adore this book, and I think I read it in a day. Like, I don't tell my parents, but I'm pretty sure I skipped class to finish it. Our little secret. But was it upside down? Yes, it was. It says "Pretty Girl," and I don't really use them, but it does come with like the page bookmark. Like, I personally don't use them, but I do think they're cute. And so I had to get it. Plus, it was on sale. Actually, all of these books were on sale. especially this one. This one's called The Coven. I did look at reviews before getting this one because I didn't want to fall victim to the hardcover, like pretty cover sprayed edges, even though I did for that one, but it's fine. I was going to get both, this one and the second one, but I looked at reviews and they were kind of mixed. They were like, it's low key, like it's not low key bad. It just had like it was like, is it the best book? No, but was it still good and did I love it? Yes. Which low key, a lot of the books that I read, I'm like, there's some plot holes and not everything is amazingly written, but I love it anyways. Like I literally hate read The Cursed Rose as I said before, so plus it's really pretty and I was like, you know what? Plus it's about like it's like about witches and this girl is raised to be a weapon outside the coven, a weapon against the coven, and blah blah blah. Although I did look at the um trigger warning and I was a little like, ooh, the coven is a dark paranormal romance with gothic vibes in a dark academia setting. The male lead in this series is pushy, domineering, and manipulative. He goes beyond my typical moral gray anti-hero and is, in my opinion, an actual villain who gets his happy ever after. I don't think I read that when I bought it. I read it after, and I was like, not exactly my cup of tea. Like, I do like I don't mind morally gray, but I don't want, no offense to other people, but like, Haunting Adeline is not for me. I have heard that it's dark romance, but I think it'd be like Emily McIntyre's like dark romance. It deals with mafia, it deals with more morally great people, stuff like that. Like, sure, I can do that. But what I've heard about Haunting Adeline is like 10, if not 20 steps worse than that. So I'm hoping this isn't like that. Because I don't really like when my characters are not happily pleased. If you catch my drift. If you know, you know. I don't like that. I really, really, that's not my cup of tea. No, thank you. I'm not gonna dabble in that. No. So that's why I will never be reading that. Also, just the scene? No. No. So, hoping this isn't like that. Um, but I'll let you know. If you guys want book reviews, also let me know. I will do book reviews. I've read a ton of books. I'm sure you can tell I've read a lot of books, and I have a lot of books. So if there's any books that you want me to read that I have and you want to review, or I don't have and you want to review, let me know. I love reading, so like I'm not gonna be mad about reading for a video. So you guys just let me know. But yeah, I got more books. um, so I'm happy about that. I really like this. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching all my videos. I actually really appreciate it. Even if it's just one person, it makes me so happy to see that anybody's listening to me up, especially when it's about books. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Do not forget to like and subscribe while you're here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!